Hey guys, it's Christian here. I just wanted to go ahead and make this quick video because I wanted to talk about a concept that a lot of beginners struggle with. Like even I struggle with this at some point. My friends and like other people I've met who make money online, they've kind of had this problem before. And especially if you're like a perfectionist person, you always want to like deliver like the best possible work. You want to spend your time to make sure you're doing good work for your clients, or you're making like the best video or best content or like the best possible work you can make, because you just feel bad like doing half-ass work or like work that's not the highest quality, and you just feel like you have to be a perfectionist. It has to be super good, right? If you're this way, then you probably struggle with this, and I'm going to be showing you like one way that you can fix this, because not only is it like a super common problem, but also it's kind of a problem that slows you down. It's like a problem that can like make the difference between you making zero per month or like being able to hit 5K or 10K per month, right? Because the problem is that if you're too perfectionist, you tend to like spend too much time doing one thing when you should be, doing this task and moving on to the next one, right? It kind of delays you. It makes you go a little bit slower. And yes, you might do like a better like quality rep or a quality work because you spend more time on it, but like you have to be fast. You have to like, attack as many tasks as possible. And when you're a perfectionist, you kind of struggle with this, right? So I'm going to be talking about like how you can fix that and how you should view it, instead of like this way of like every little like detail has to be perfect, right? And I'm going to be showing you like why you have to like, change this mentality and be a little bit faster, right? And anyways, guys, like I have this video right here, or this like board up here open for you guys, because this is a video that I made like a few weeks back, and it was like the 37 ways to make money online. And in this video, I basically talked about the pros and cons of each online skill and business model. I described to you like how you should view these skills and when you should switch, and like what you need to know about all of these businesses listed right here. And these are 37 ways to make money. But of course, there's like other ways outside of the list that are also very good. So these are just 37 examples. But if you're doing another skill that's not on here, it could still make you money. It could still work. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and like link this video above here in case you guys want to go back and watch this video. I spent like an hour breaking down all of these online skills, so it's a super valuable video. And if it's one of the skills that you're working on this list, then go ahead and watch it and see like what I said about this skill and like all the pros and cons and things you should know beforehand, right? So again, go watch that video. I'm gonna link it above. And now, anyways, guys, let's go on to the topic. The reason why I like open this board is because I want you guys to just make this like simple choice. So basically, you have to choose a skill, right? It might be one of these 37 skills that I've listed here, or it might be, another online business outside of this list, right? And what you should be doing as a beginner is don't spend too much time choosing the perfect business. Like all of these work, you can make money with all the ones I have on this list. Like, yeah, it's true that some of these are like more beginner friendly than others. Some of them have like a higher income ceiling, right? Like for example, with video editing, it's really hard to become a millionaire, but you can become a millionaire with like consulting, marketing strategy, with like subscription-based SaaS companies, app development. These things can make you a millionaire much easier than video editing or online tutoring, for example, or doing like social media management, right? But all of these can make money, right? So again, just like don't overthink it. Don't like hop between businesses all the time and try to find the perfect one and see which one gets you better results and faster, right? So don't look at it that way. Just like go ahead and choose one. All of these work, but like the biggest catalyst or like the biggest difference maker is if you're doing the work, right? Like if you're actually like trying to like not only get better, but also like monetize your skill, like either post videos, make content, or like reach out to clients and then do work for clients. Like this is like what actually gets you paid. This is what actually makes a difference. So yes, the online skill matters, like the vehicle matters, but what you do personally, that's what matters more. So all of these work. Again, guys, don't take so long. And now let's actually talk about the concept I wanted to talk about this. So let's say, for example, you've chosen one of these like businesses. It might be Instagram theme pages, freelance writing, email marketing agency, Amazon FBA, or like app development. You've chosen one of these skills or something out of this list, right? Let's say you chose something that's not here, right? Or something that is here, right? So once you've chosen your skill and you have the idea of which one you're going to go with, stick to that one skill and spend time like researching, like watch videos on YouTube, buy courses, read books around this skill, like go on social media and find people who have done this skill and like successfully monetize them and watch some of their content, right? Like don't spend too much time like watching hundreds of hours, thousands of hours, but just watch like enough to get a general idea of like what this business model is about and what you should know about it before getting started. Like once you have like these like bits of knowledge, let's say for example, your knowledge of the business is like a 3 out of 10, right? So you have a 3 out of 10 understanding. And let's say, for example, it's like a business where you have to do outreach. Like, let's say you have to like get a client, right? Might be freelance writing, might be an agency of some kind. Or let's say, for example, there's also another business that's a different, let's say you're not doing like a service-based business where you have clients. Maybe it's content, right? Like you have to make videos on YouTube, Instagram theme pages, or like personal brand, right? So we're gonna look at it from two perspectives, right? So the first perspective is outreach. And your understanding of the business is a 3 out of 10. The reason why it's not a 10 out of 10 is because you're a beginner, you haven't bought like the highest quality mentors, and you just haven't accumulated enough experience. So at this stage, you're a 3 out of 10, which is like a beginner like level understanding. And let's say you're trying to do outreach, right? You have to do like a message which has like a title, title, and then you also have like a hook for your outreach message. Then you have the offer, which is like what you're gonna sell to them, and then you also have the CTA, right? And the CTA is basically like, hey, book a call with me, or reply to my email, or reply to my message, right? That you have to make a script, and because you're a 3 out of 10, you have two choices. You could spend 2 weeks making the perfect script, wasting time watching videos, copying gurus, like doing so much research just to make a script. And your script might come out to be like, I don't know, let's say a 6 out of 10, right? Or you could just spend like 2 hours, right? Or like even one day, let's say one day making the perfect script, or like the best script you can make in one day, right? And let's say with this one day, you make a 4 out of 10 script, right? So this guy spent 2 weeks and this guy spent one day. He made a 4 out of 10 and this guy made a 6 out of 10, right? You might think that this guy is doing better because he has a better script and he kind of like figured out a better way to like pitch his offer, while this guy, like kind of did it really quickly. But the problem is that this guy spent wasted so much more time than this other person. Let's say by the time that we're at week 2, let's call this week 2, right? Week 2. This guy who had a 4 out of 10 already sent like, let's actually go here. He already sent 100 messages. Meanwhile, this guy right here, he just sent like 0 messages by week 2. Then by week 3, actually let's go even further. That week 4, this guy already sent 200 messages, and this guy still sent 100 messages. This guy has like 2 clients. This guy has 1 client, right? Let's just use like these easy number examples, but you know what I mean? Like this guy right here could have like just saved a lot of time, and instead of making the 6 out of 10 script and sending 0 messages, he could have just started sending messages sooner, right? And let's say by the time that we're at like week, I don't know, we're at week 4 now, right? This guy has 2 clients, this guy has 1 client, and he gained experience, right? He sent 200 messages, so now his script is like a 7 out of 10, right? He has a lot of reps. And then this guy also has a script that's a 7 out of 10 now because he already had a 6 out of 10 script, but with like 100 messages, he improved it to 7 out of 10. But this guy who had the 4 out of 10, his script got better too because he just sent like 200 reps, right? Like 200 messages, and he got feedback that like the people who didn't like his script just rejected him, told you like, no, I'm not interested, this is a terrible offer. And over time, he just started to improve his script. So this guy has a 7 out of 10. This guy has a 7 out of 10 at this point. But this guy has 200 messages and 2 clients, and this guy has 100 messages and 1 client. Do you see the difference? Like, this guy has twice as much money than this guy now because he just started faster. Like, he didn't spend 2 weeks doing the perfect script. He just went ahead and on day 1 made a kind of a decent script, right? Because you can't make, it's impossible to make out a 10 out of 10 script as a beginner. Like, it doesn't matter if you spend like a year, you're not going to make a 10 out of 10 script because you're just not that good, right? You're not that experienced. But this guy was able to make 200 messages and 2 clients, and this guy only had one client from 100 messages. And eventually, the scripts got good enough, right? Like the messages that they're sending are equally good enough. And the reason for that is because when you do a lot of reps, you're gonna improve, right? You're gonna see what works and what doesn't work, and over time you'll get better. And kind of over planning and overthinking and trying to find the perfect idea, it does help, right? But there's a certain limit to how helpful it is, right? Sometimes it's just way more helpful to just get started, right? Because not only will you make more money if you just start instead of overthinking, you'll be able to improve, collect information, collect data about like your prospects, the market, your offer, your product, right? You'll just have more data points, so you'll get better quicker. And now let's go over to like the content example. Let's say we're talking about content, right? Let's say this guy does 1 video and he spends 1 day doing this video. His video is like a 5 out of 10. And this guy spent, 1 hour making his video. So this video came out to 3 out of 10. And he keeps doing that. Like, let's say, for example, this guy posts 1 video a day, and it's a 5 out of 10, right? So he does another video, another 5 out of 10 video. And this guy, he only spent 1 hour. So let's say he spends another he spends 4 hours, like 4 hours making 4 more videos that are 3 out of 10, right? So he has 4 videos that are a score of 3 out of 10, right? And they keep doing that. Like this guy keeps posting 1 video a day, and then eventually we're like on day 100, and this guy kept posting 1 video a day, and now at this point he made 100 videos, right? Because it's 100 days of posting a 5 out of 10 video. Now he has like 100 videos, and maybe his videos where it used to be 5 out of 10, but he's practiced, so now he has a 7 out of 10 video, and his account has like, I don't know, let's say he has like 20K on TikTok, right? 20K on TikTok, right? TikTok's kind of an easy platform to grow. Meanwhile, this other guy, he's been making 4 videos a day. So by day 100, he already has like 400 videos. There's 400 videos. And he just done so much more reps, right? He has 4 times more videos, and he used to make 3 out of 10s, right? But now he also makes 7 out of 10s, right? Because he practiced more, even though his skill level was lower in the beginning. He got way more practice, but because he posted 4 times as many videos, he has 100K followers on TikTok, right? Because he went viral a couple times. He went viral 4 times more than this guy went viral, because this guy made 4 times more videos, right? And it looks the same, right? Like eventually they both got the 7 out of 10 skill level, but this guy just put more videos, so he got more chances to go viral. And like the more videos you make, sometimes like when you make a video, let's say your skill level is 7 out of 10, and maybe that day you were busy, or maybe that day you weren't in the perfect mood, so you made it a 5 out of 10 video. But then let's say one day you were super concentrated, and even though you're a 7 out of 10 editor, sometimes even a 7 out of 10 editor gets lucky, or they feel more inspired, or the topic or like the edit is just so much better, and they make like a 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10, right? Occasionally they go over their average skill. Like some videos just come out super good, right? And again, the more videos you make, the more times you'll go over, and the more times you go under the 7 out of 10 mark, and you just go viral quicker, right? So this is one example that right here, and this is another example. Like eventually these guys got to the same point. They got equally as good, 7 out of 10. Intermediate level. Not an expert, but like pretty decent at sending outreach messages. But this guy sent 200. This guy sent 100. He has 1 client. He has 2 clients. And then because this guy has 2 clients, now he can go ahead and drop money on a course, and then that makes him get clients quicker. Now he has 4 clients, right? And then this guy only has 1 client, right? He doesn't have money to invest in a course. So let's say, for example, next period of time, right? He loses a client. Now he has to go back and get it back. So now he has 1 client again. Meanwhile, this guy has 4 clients already. This guy had 1 client, lost it, and then now he has 1 client again. But the reason why this guy snowballed, right? Like why this guy got so much better is because he got the 2 clients first because he did more reps, and that allowed him to invest in a course or a mentor. Let's say a mentor, right? Which allowed him to continue the snowball to like a 4 client level. And this guy had 1 client. He didn't have enough money to buy a course because he just had 1 client. Then he lost the client because he got unlucky. And then he went ahead and got another client, and he's still at 1 client. This guy's at 4 clients. Meanwhile, this other example right here, this guy was making worse videos in the beginning because he didn't spend time, learning CapCut, Premiere Pro, familiarizing himself with like the settings. So he spent more time, making videos instead of actually like working on the skill. And eventually with a lot of reps, he got better. They both got 7 out of 10, but this guy made 100 videos and this guy made, 400 videos, and he got more followers on TikTok and this guy got less followers on TikTok. And you just kind of have to like imagine it. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but like imagine we're going downhill, right? And this is like a small snowball, and then the snowball gets bigger because it's rolling down the ice, and it gets bigger, and it just keeps going bigger. We're like on a mountain, like a mountain, and this is like the ice, and a snowball starts small and it gets bigger because it keeps rolling down. And that's kind of what it works. Like this guy got 2 clients, then he invested money, he got 4 clients now. This guy didn't have money to invest, he's still at 1 client. And then now this guy, let's say like 3 months passed, like 3 more months passed, this guy's at 100K. He's probably gonna be like at 200K now, followers on TikTok. This guy is at 20K. So let's say 3 months later, he might just barely be reaching 100K followers, right? And this guy's already at 200K. So when we go back to this example, this guy's already at 2 clients and this guy's already at 1 client. And let's say we keep doing that, like we keep going into the future, this guy is going to be at 400K, followers. Meanwhile, this guy's still at like 200K followers. You see what I mean? Like the guys who start sooner, the guys who take action, the guys who don't focus on like doing perfect reps all the time, their snowball gets bigger quicker. Meanwhile, this guy, like he's taking time, And then by the time this snowball starts accumulating, this guy's snowball is already like a huge ball. Meanwhile, this guy's snowball is still like in the initial stages because he's just taking so long to get started. He's like, this guy's already like progressing. This guy's like still going slow. Like this is the perfectionist. Like the perfectionist is the guy who just doesn't start. He just spends so much time, thinking about it instead of actually starting. And this is like the action taker, the guy who actually just doesn't spend that much time being perfect. He just goes ahead and does it. So you want to be this guy, right? Because this guy has a bigger snowball than this guy. But anyways, guys, that's kind of like the concept I wanted to talk about in this video. I wanted to talk about like this idea that you shouldn't spend that much time like just trying to like get the perfect the perfect rep, the perfect start. No, like what you guys should be doing instead is like don't focus so much on like being perfect on the first video, on the first outreach message. Like just send outreach messages, just post as many videos, and eventually you start to get good, right? Like there's just a certain level of like skill and experience that you can only get from actually doing it and from actually practicing, right? Because you can read books on it, you can watch video courses, you can watch videos of someone doing the skill, someone taking cold calls, someone closing clients, someone doing sales meetings, someone editing videos on Premiere Pro, playing around with the settings, someone breaking down like copywriting, like funnels and so many things. Like you can learn a lot by watching people. You can learn a lot by people breaking down what they're working on and like giving you their perspective and their insights. But there's like another level that you just can't get to unless you go ahead and practice it, right? Like I know it saves you time to get a mentor and it saves you time to like buy courses and look at people, but there's like a certain like innate like I don't know, like there's a certain level of like skill that you just can't get unless you're the one doing it. Like you're the one that's trying, doing trial and error and making your own mistakes and then fixing an iteration, and like being a little bit better. That there's like a certain level of like skill that you can only acquire by you doing it yourself, right? So again, guys, like I know I made this video kind of long and I said I was going to try to make it short, but I hope that this video is like valuable. I hope this video like makes you like realize like being a perfectionist is kind of like wasting your time. Like if you had just started like with less experience, with like being less ready, right? You just would have made more progress, right? Because there's like no point where you'll be perfectly ready. Like watching more videos, taking more time to like think about it and plan it out. It doesn't actually make you more ready, right? It just makes you delay it, right? Instead, what you should do is just start. Like, even if it's going to be bad in the beginning, it's supposed to be bad in the beginning because you are a beginner, right? You're at 3 out of 10, or maybe you're a 4 out of 10 if you have some experience, or 5 out of 10 at best, right? If you have some other business experience, you're not going to be a 10 out of 10 because you're a beginner, right? That's just impossible, right? But again, you guys are not going to get better unless you guys go ahead and do it. So always remember that. Like, try to like check yourself. Like, think about, okay, I watch videos, I know what to do. Like, am I just wasting my time? Should I just go ahead and start it, right? Like, try to like check yourself and like realize when you're stalling, realize when you're delaying it, and just stop and like start to like actually do it, right? But anyways, guys, I just wanted to make this quick video. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. And I'm going to be posting videos Mondays and Fridays. So make sure you guys go ahead and like the video, subscribe, and I'm going to be posting more videos Mondays and Fridays. You don't want to miss them, so make sure you guys are subscribed.